Good morning, everyone. And as people are trickling in, we'll give them another minute. All right, the majority of people are here, and we'll keep admitting them as they come. Good morning. Good morning, everyone, once again. Um, it's Thursday. It's third Thursday of a month, and it can mean only one thing. It's Teach and Learn time with WiscNet. And I'm Ivor, and I am joined here today by my colleague, Michaela. But that's not all we have today for you. Today's Teach and Learn is very special to us, and we're trying to make it an annual presentation, not presentation really, but come and meet us kind of thing. Today's Teach and Learn is dedicated to WiscNet. Teach and Learn with WiscNet, and welcome. We hope we have plenty of new people for different organizations that are part of our membership, as well as maybe some people that belonged to WiscNet for a while, but it's useful for them to come and to hear our updates and to meet us, put faces to our names. So welcome everyone, and a couple housekeeping notes as well. This Teach and Learn is recorded, and everyone will get a copy. And yeah, post your questions in chat or wait until the end and you can ask it live. All right. Here we can see a quick agenda for today. Who are we? The WiscNet difference, WiscNet Connections, meet our new CEO. Now that's exciting. Meet the rest of the team and questions in the end. And I'll kick off this webinar with who we are and what we do. Not a secret for most of you that WiscNet is a nonprofit, membership-based organization that provides network-based services for other nonprofit organizations in the state of Wisconsin that are involved in research and education. We provide services also to municipalities, some hospitals, and a handful of other nonprofit organizations. But all members are subject to being approved by our board of directors. You can see our mission as a second paragraph here. We connect people and strategies to solve common technology challenges and develop innovative solutions in support of educational, research, and community service missions. It's worth to read it out loud. So what kind of network-based services do we provide? The most popular one that almost all of our members are utilizing us for is WiscNet Network Access Service. What does it mean? Internet connection. How are we different from everyone else? We do not count bits and pieces. It's one flat fee. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are utilizing 1 gig connection, 10 gig, or in some cases for our members, we have 100 gig connections as well. It's one flat price. We place you in a tier. If it's a K-12, let's say, organization, we have a K-12 tiers, and it depends on enrollment of your school districts for the upcoming year. For municipalities, it's a population, and we have other ways to create tiers for other organizations. WiscNet Connect Plus One service, that's an additional, sometimes diverse connection to your entity in modern age of fiber cuts and other things that might happen to your connection. It's also very, very useful. To have this service, you must have our network access service. So it's a very affordable additional connection. You can see BGP multi-home service. This is the way that we work with other internet providers in the state. Failover, that's what we do. We set up a failover, and you don't see any problems if one of your connections go down. But then here again, we are talking about multiple service providers, not just WiscNet. We can set up custom private network and some other transport services that you see on the bottom in the bottom paragraph. But I would like to talk a little more about our partnerships. We partnered with organization called Fortinet, and through them we offer our co-managed firewall service. A lot of our members are using us for that. And it's always to have, what does it mean, co-managed? You don't have full access to the firewall. We manage it for you, and it's always good to have someone in your corner, an additional set of eyes. It's a 3-year commitment, and after that you go year by year, and it's quite popular. So if you're not utilizing us for that, feel free to contact us. Securely and NetSweeper. Several years ago, we had an RFP out when we were looking for filtering solutions for our membership, and with help of our membership, we had several meetings. We learned about your needs, of what you were looking for in the filtering solutions, and with your help, we awarded contracts to Securely and NetSweeper. Most of you know Securely as a great organization, and they only work in K-12 sector, filtering, student safety, some other features. NetSweeper does the same things, but also can filter municipalities and other organizations as well. They are pretty new to the US market, but they are well known around the globe. So we were excited to partner with them as well. And you can see some other services that I mentioned before in this third paragraph. If you would like to learn more, contact us and we can schedule a meeting and talk more about them. Transit versus transport. This is another subject that we talk a lot to our members, to our new members, and some old ones as well, because sometimes we feel there is a confusion. So we feel it's important to talk about this right now. As you know, internet, or as you might not know, but internet consists of two pieces: transit and transport. Transport piece is the physical wire that enables a point-to-point connection between your building and the WiscNet backbone. And transit is something that WiscNet does. So we light up that fiber and we make the connection work. And you can see all the language on the table here. So WiscNet provides transit again, but you do need to find transport to connect to WiscNet, to one of our POPs. And we work with pretty much all the major transport providers in the state. To name a few is Spectrum, AT&T, some local telcos, and Teach. Of course, a lot of you know it and probably are involved with state Teach program. All right, and that was kind of services in a nutshell. Yeah, that's what we do. I'll pass the word to Michaela.
Wonderful. All right, so like Ivor mentioned, WiscNet's a member organization. So members are encouraged to run for the board of directors. The first link here on the screen will bring you to a list of our current board members. And then the second link will bring you to our bylaws. Specifically, that article outlines the roles and responsibilities of the board if you're potentially interested in running or you're just curious. Members also have voting privileges in the board election and any bylaw changes and stuff like that. WiscNet also strives to be and continue to be a safe space for everyone to share their wins and challenges, share experience about cybersecurity breaches, challenges faced, fun things your organization is doing, and just to learn from each other. Our goal is really just to connect people and strategies. So if we hear from one of our members that they're dealing with an issue, and we know, oh, someone that we recently talked to had that problem, or we know of someone who might be able to help. Our job and what we love to do is to bring those people together, and just really help move everyone forward. We also seek member input. So like Ivor alluded to before, we did an RFP process for our filtering back in 2022. We sent a survey out to members to get an idea of what their member needs are, because we don't really use the filtering solutions, so we don't know the things that you really need out of them. We had member help in evaluating the responses that we got from the vendors, the presentations that the vendors did for us, and really just got their feedback all along the way. And our members were such an integral part of that process, and just one example of how you, our members, can help guide our future and where we go. We also work really hard at managing our vendor relationships, for example, like with Securely, NetSweeper, Fortinet. So we're always wanting your feedback. If you're having any challenges or facing any frustrations for any reason, please reach out to us. Let us know. We'll work with that vendor to make it better to the best of our ability. And then yeah, so if you have any challenges or anything like that, we really try to help address them. If we can't solve it, we're going to go out, we're going to do our job and try to figure out how we can help, even if it's not directly us that can solve the problem. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for how we might help, reach out to that email that's on the screen right there. But yeah, that's a little bit about what truly makes WiscNet different. We're here for our members. We seek your input, and we're really just here to help in any way that we can. With that, I'll pass it on to Sarah Miller to chat a little bit about WiscNet Connections.
Great. Thanks so much, Michaela. I'm Sarah Miller. I'm the Director of Member Engagement at WiscNet. I've been with WiscNet for about 10 years. This is a new role for me, but I've always worked on the member engagement team. And I always tell people, and the easy thing that I do is I do the connecting people piece of connecting people and strategies. So I am part of the team that communicates with our membership and thinks up, I guess, develops events and other sort of face-to-face get-togethers where we can have members meet and greet each other and learn things, teach and learn with each other. We do anywhere from 1 to honestly 25 or 30 events a year, if you're counting our online teach and learns now, which I am, including our biggest event each year, which is our annual membership meeting, which we call WiscNet Connections. We've been having an annual member meeting, which is required of us by our bylaws for over 20 years now. But it's really evolved into something much bigger than our member meeting. Every year we get together in the spring. It's usually in Madison, but as of next year, it's not always going to be in Madison. We have keynote speakers, we have lots of different sessions. Many of those sessions come from the membership so that you're learning from each other and doing roundtables and speaking with other members like you and other members that are unlike you. We have a bunch of exhibitors that come, and every attendee gets a lot of one-on-one FaceTime with those exhibitors. We don't have like set exhibitor hours. So one of the things that we hear from people who attend is that they get a lot of information from vendors who are there, but also learning from other attendees there at the conference. That is also the place where our board elections kind of have their end. Our members who are running for the board that year do a short speech in front of the audience, and then everybody, member representatives, get to vote for who's going to be elected to different seats on the board. And it's always a really good way to not only meet other people, but to get to know WiscNet better and to really understand the connections that can be made between all the WisNet members that show up there. It's a smaller conference, 300 to 400 people. So it's not outside the realm of possibility that you're going to talk to many, many more people than you would if you go to a conference with 2,000 people. So upcoming this year, or this next WisNet Connections, I should say, we're going to be at Century World in Stevens Point on April 28th and 29th, 2025. And you will hear much, much, much more from me many, many, many more times between now and then about registering for that and getting ready for that. And every WisNet member receives one complimentary ticket to WisNet Connections every year. So we really encourage you to take advantage of that and come and see what WisNet is all about.
All right. And then the baton is being passed to our new CEO, Brian Reamer.
Thanks, Michaela. Brian here, been with WisNet since 2000, but in this role for all of about 100 days now. And despite my long history, I feel like I'm brand new most days when I come into the office. You've probably seen some emails from Sarah and me about coming around the state, a CEO tour. We just started that last week. We've got dates coming up through next June, I believe, and would love to hear from all of you. I'm convinced that the best solutions, the best conversations come from the members. We work with a ton of talented and devoted people here in the WisNet offices, but we really need to hear your voice. And in this first year, I want to hear every story I can. I want to hear from you and your difference makers. Bring them to the meetings. If one of those regional meetings doesn't work out, or if you otherwise would like a one-on-one session, I'd be happy to come to your individual organization and sit down with your folks. Those stories and those passions are what I'm here for. So see the wisnet.net/events, or otherwise browse to the events page on our webpage to see WisNet Connections dates and Teach and Learns and the CEO tour stops, and watch your email box. Thanks, everybody.
All right. The next section is really just a chance for you to put a face to the name, to the person who's on the other end of the phone when you call, or who you're passing emails back and forth with. And yeah, so if everyone wants to just kind of share a little bit about what their team does, and anything else fun that you want to throw in there. Ivor, do you want to kick it off?
Oh, I would love to. And again, everyone, member fulfillment team, Ivor Margevich. We start conversations with our members. We listen to what projects that are planning to achieve, on what they need, and we find necessary people within our organization to keep those conversations going. We also travel around the state and attend different meetings, meet our members face to face. We organize teach and learns, and we do, and we meet with our vendors. So we do a lot of things. We wear a lot of hats with Michaela. But yeah, this is us. And one thing I wanted to mention, people usually, our members and people don't know how many employees are there at WiscNet. 19 is the answer. 19 people that are taking care of the network in the state. So it might come as a surprise to you, but that's the answer. Kayla?
I'm Michaela Kukin, part of the member fulfillment team with Ivor. Been with WisNet for a little over 2.5 years now, and absolutely loving it. Have learned so much about tech that I didn't know before, but then also just learning more about each individual member organization. It's so fun to learn about who they are, who they serve, fun things that they're doing in their organization. has also just really helped me learn the state of Wisconsin. Um, never would I have noticed certain road signs that I do now before, because I'm like, oh, I just was emailing with so-and-so about their connection or something like that. So it's really fun, and learning new things every day. But yeah, if you have any, if you don't know where to start with something, let us know and we'll connect all the pieces necessary. Next is our member success facilitator, Heidi Genthner. She was unable to join today, but she has been such a great part of WiscNet for, I think she said 21 years now. So she's been with WiscNet for quite a while, part of the member success team. And we'll move on to Andre.
Andrea Petrei. I been with WiscNet almost 8 years. I work in a billing / business department. It's me and Aneta. Many of you might know. And so anything billing related, E-rate, you're not an expert E-rate, but if you don't know the answer, we'll try to connect you and find the answers. But with the bottom line, with the billing questions or any questions, feel free to reach out, and nice to meet you.
All right, and our engineering team. I think we might have all of them on the call today. So you each want to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Eric Hammonds. I'm the newest member of the engineering team. I've been with WiscNet for about 3.5 years and on the Eng team for about 2.5. We all three definitely have our hands on the WiscNet backbone, making sure that runs as efficiently as possible. I also have part of my role as looking at what we can offer to the membership as far as security. So I work a lot with the firewalls here at WiscNet, and then also looking at other monitoring solutions that you may be hearing about in the coming months. So what I like about WiscNet too is I get to travel a lot. I like to see different parts of the state. I like to go install equipment, solve problems for the membership.
Hi, everyone. Josh here at WiscNet, network platform engineer. Been here about 8 years, echoing a lot of what Eric said, doing a lot of work on backbone routers, backbone fiber paths, edge connectivity to people like Microsoft and the rest of the world. And in general, working to try to make sure the backbone is up and less than 50% capacity, so that we have a lot of room for our members to grow and a lot of capacity. So when there is an inevitable fiber cut, you guys don't notice anything.
Is Chris still on, or did he have to hop off?
I think he may have dropped. Yeah, he's
Okay.
a lot of other stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Moving on to our secure platform consultants.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Yep. How are you? Secure platform consultants are me, Ibrahim Hassan, and Margarita Dubrina. We, like Eric, were a part of the support team and then got moved into our new roles. As the secure platform was being built and thought of, we needed some people to fill those positions, and that came to us too. Our main focuses are the transport, how to connect members to the WiscNet backbone. We also focus on firewalls and security related topics. And then we work closely with the rest of the teams, the engineering team, support team, Michaela and Ivers too, to figure out how to get people connected. So welcome.
And then Margarita is not on, correct?
I don't think she is.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So then moving on to our support team. Whichever one of you wants to take it away.
My name is Matthew Starr. I'm part of the support team, kind of answer a lot of the different questions that get thrown our way, trying to solve different problems that come about and help members who have firewalls with firewalls, trying to figure stuff out. And at least I like when we can also point you in the right direction, just like our member success team. If you have a question and you don't know where to turn, you can always reach out to us or Michaela or Ivor to figure out who to contact for different issues. I also really enjoy different things, helping members with their DNS issues or other filtering issues that come about. And it's just something that I enjoy every day. I like learning about different issues and pulling from that more.
Oh, yep. My name is Alex Elliott. Piggybacking off of what Matthew said, yeah, a lot of our day-to-day stuff is basically just making sure that we are aware of all the issues that you guys are facing. Try to get a grasp of what exactly you're experiencing, because what we see every day isn't always what you're experiencing. So we try to collect that information and analyze it just to see what to expect from our side, what you're experiencing from your side, and then just get a hold of the right parties, if it's internally or externally, or just make sure that the right people are notified of what you guys are going on, whether it be outages, packet loss, any sort of day-to-day issues. And then really, we're just here to answer any questions you guys have. And the best way is just always give us a phone call or send us an email, just whatever is comfortable for you to get a hold of us, so that way we're aware of what you guys are experiencing.
Wonderful. And then do you guys know, is Kasi on?
He's on a different phone call right now.
Okay, perfect. We'll move along. So next is Megan Parsons. She's our virtual assistant. She really is crucial in helping Sarah with any travel related things, WiscNet Connections, stuff like that. She lives quite up north and always provides us with wonderful maple syrup, which we love. And then member engagement, Maggie.
Hi, I'm Maggie Richardson. I have recently accepted a role as member engagement strategist. I'm working with Sarah Miller on all of our events. I'm very excited to be connecting people in strategy. I also am very excited to get to different places in Wisconsin I haven't been to make those roadmaps make more sense when I look at it. But I'm excited to just make people help people interact with each other, and so that they can dive deeper into different strategies that they can solve certain situations together. So I'm very excited about this new role. Thank you, Michaela.
Thank you. And then last we'll go to some of our directors. Kika, do you want to start it off?
I couldn't find my audio button. You would have think that, you know, with all these years on Zoom, I would be able to find it with my eyes closed. But welcome, everybody. My name is Kika Bar. I am currently the Deputy Chief Executive Officer for WiscNet. We have been with WiscNet. I'm a senior to Brian only by maybe a month. I started in January of 2000 and have had various positions here at WiscNet. The most recent was a Chief Operating Officer, just transitioning to helping Brian as a Deputy CEO, very involved with the operations of the organization. Very familiar with the ins and outs of what we do and the services that we provide. So don't feel any hesitation in reaching out to me if you have any questions about WiscNet and any feedback for us and our services. We're always looking at improving what we do for you and making what we do relevant to you as well. Got a couple of notes, on the network access service that Ivor did a great job explaining. It's a big service for us. It's the most popular. You met our support team, our engineering team that support that service among other services, but we also have a network operating center that we outsource that is 24/7. So most likely, when you hear that there is an outage and you're getting updates from us, it's coming from that group of people. Our support people work with them very closely on a day-to-day basis, to keep an eye on outages and incident response. But please don't hesitate if you're not hearing back from them to reach out to our support people, to Alex and Kasti and Matt, that they are always available Monday through Friday from 7:45 to 4:45 for any issues that you may have. And just great to meet everybody. Happy to be here always. I've been here for 24 years, but it seems like every day is my first day. So very excited to be working with you and to our wonderful and with our wonderful team as well. And hope to see you all at the Connections in Stevens Point next year. Thank you, Michaela.
And then is John on the call? Do we know?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe John might be caught up with something. But John is our director of learning, innovations, and organizational strategy. Maybe Brian can speak a little bit to John's role.
You bet. Thank you. Yeah, it's as we move forward with WiscNet, we're seeking hard the leaders among the membership that are out there doing new things, cool things, stuff that maybe isn't a base need for everyone, but will help us all move forward over time. And we've tasked John with the role of finding those folks among the members and nationwide, really, from our counterparts in other states, and retelling those stories and helping to advance WiscNet as a whole. Back to you, Michaela.
Wonderful. And then Aneta Kostarova is our Chief Financial Officer and Director of the Member Success Team. Kika, do you want to talk a little bit about her new role? She is away in Bulgaria, so she was unable to join today.
Yep, Aneta is in Bulgaria. Aneta has been with us for about 10 years. She started out as a finance assistant and just have been doing a wonderful job. She was most currently our controller for about 5 years, and just recently accepted a position as our chief financial officer, and she's also directing our member success team that is comprised of our member fulfillment team, along with Heidi Gantner as well, and Andri as our finance and contract specialist. You will be meeting her soon, I'm sure. She's a wonderful person and very willing to help with any questions that you may have about WiscNet financials and about the direction of how we support our members as well.
All right. And that's our team. Like we've kind of alluded to, we are a small team that are here for you. Our next Teach and Learn will be Thursday, October 17th. Not 2023, 2024. But keep an eye out for communications about that in the future. And then with that, thank you all so much for joining. Does anyone have any questions? It doesn't look like there are any in the chat, but feel free to unmute and ask any questions for our team, for Brian, or anything like that.
Can we answer any questions? I don't know if there are many K-12s on the call, but did you have any questions? If you were part of the Teach Network, any issues, any feedback that we can hear from you? Even if you were not a K-12, this is a good time for us to hear what we can do better.
And if you don't feel comfortable unmuting and saying it on the call, definitely just send us an email at the membersuccess@wiscnet.net email, and we can definitely answer them off this call. And again, this was recorded, and we will send it out within the week to everyone that registered. But if no one has anything right now, then thank you all so much for spending a little bit of time with us this Thursday morning just to hear about us. Yeah, I will give you back a little bit of time on your Thursday. All right. Thank you.